My name is still Joe Satriani. And who else is on this line right now?
Tosin Abasi here.
That's Tosin Abasi, yes.
And I must be Guthrie Govan by a process of elimination.
Yes.
Must be. And that leaves only me, Andy Aledort. The X circle gets a square.
Yes. Have you guys thought about your approach individually? How you, what you want to do, what you want to get out of the whole G4 experience?
I actually have a selfish perspective here. I'm just looking forward to coming, not so much bringing something, but just being steeped in something and just enjoying the energy of all these guitar players kind of surrounding each other and not feeling like weirdos for a few days. It's just that like-minded individuals' energy. From where I'm coming from, I'm completely self-taught. I'm an imposter. I have no business being at an event like this. So if I bring anything to the table at a clinic or anything like that, it's kind of, here's how you can teach yourself. You know, here's how it worked for me. And rather than preaching and saying, here's how it has to be, I was like, well, these are my findings. Yours may vary.
Tosin, what are you going to unleash on us?
I guess I am the guy with too many strings on his guitar. So that kind of puts me in a certain, I guess it's cool that I can offer some insight into extended range, playing, and hopefully there's some extended range players there who want to know some information about that.
Tosin, how many strings on your guitar right now?
Currently at 8 strings.
8 and counting.
8.
Nah,
you say that like there's going to be more, like every month another one grows or something.
No, but I don't really trust him, I have to say.
No, 8 is fine, and it's the way I tune the guitar. It kind of is like a self-contained. Like the system makes sense for me, so I think I'm going to stick there. But it's cool to advance the idea of what the guitar can be, I guess, and to have it not be a static instrument, but something that could be open to a bit of evolution. I think that's pretty cool, so.
It ultimately should inspire new music, and that's kind of like what it's all about. No one would come up with 10-string music on a 4-string guitar. It's not there. So the emphasis is going to be on the composition. I truly believe that. That's one of those things that love to get the campers to understand, that our playing is kind of driven by the music. Although it seems like we're up there moving our fingers and everything. Obviously, they want to know how we do that. But at the same time, they have to understand that we're doing it because there's music to be played. Right. And so what is that? How do we get there? How do we get them to create new music for their generation, to move the art of composition forward? And then they take these tools, whether they're traditional ones like myself or 7, 8, 9, 10 string guitars. And what are they going to do with them? I'm excited about that. So
I guess the other thing I like about the guitar is that it's the fretboard and the strings, everything is like the same. Like, it's just funny, like sometimes you pick up the guitar and out of nowhere you produce this like music. And sometimes you grab the guitar and you just don't have anything in you. But the guitar never changes. What changes is you. So like, I really like this idea that like we all have the same instrument, but like we are the interface that brings out new things out of it. So that's kind of motivating and interesting to me.
It's always surprising to me how some days the guitar feels so good, and then other days it feels like a completely foreign tool in my hands. I don't understand that part of it. I always chalk it up to some strange voodoo biorhythm thing, like I'm not in my right phase or something. But other times it's very much, as was just discussed here, it just feels like it's the perfect instrument for my hand, and I'm not even thinking about the technique. Music starts to come out. I'm lost in the moment, and all of a sudden there's a song, and I wonder, how did I get there?
Right.
And where did that piece of music come from, and what does it represent? And I'm just sort of saying, oh, thank God I've got some fingers that cooperate, and that this guitar sounds so good. And but then what happens when it doesn't work out? You pick up the guitar and it's like, these can't be my strings. What happened to my beautiful strings? Or that's not my amp. Why does my amp sound so crappy? And I don't know what that is. It fascinates me. But I realize that over the years, I've fallen in love with other performances that have been documents of that same kind of struggle.
Right.
You know, like we've seen those clips of Hendrix, you know, just plugging into who knows what, and there's feedback, and the guitar's out of tune, and whatever else is happening. But when we listen to it, we go, "Oh my God, that's Hendrix! Look what he's doing! Look how he's handling the chaos of the moment."
I think the electric guitar is just a really expressive instrument, isn't it? It has this kind of range. If you're just going to play middle C, you have all these choices that a piano player can only dream of.
Right.
All the different tones you can get, the vibrato, the attack. You know, you could play middle C 100 times and it could sound different without you buying any pedals or turning any knobs. And I think because the guitar can be that flexible, I think that's a good thing to embrace, you know, to rejoice in that and discover all the different ways you can play that one note. Because then one of them might be your note. It might be the note that no one else has thought of playing. It's still middle C, but if you can inject it with your DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how many notes does it take B.B. King to persuade you that it's really him?
Yes.
Have you all had a chance to play together? Any of you?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
So this could be a first.
It
for
will
that
be.
as well.
It will be a first, I think, right?
Terrifying.
Well, the first thing that should happen is, you know, Joe's going to have to play Tosin's 8-string, and then, you know, you're going to have to swap guitars. There's going to be some handicapping going on or something.
Guthrie only allowed to use 3 fingers on his.
You're going to have to tie a finger back, is that?
I guess if I'm going to be totally honest, I'm really excited about getting to interact with Joe and Guthrie. Like, in total, I think what's really cool about a camp like this is the connections that are made. We've done a camp before, and there's a lot of students who end up forming bands, staying in touch. They get inspired by, beyond the instructors, they get inspired by their peers, and it's really, really cool. I think inspiration is one of the most important energy phenomenons like on the planet. So I think I'm going to be very inspired. So I guess that's what I'm most excited about.
Yes.
I'm hoping one of the things that will happen at this camp, it will certainly happen, is instead of us all just pontificating on our soapbox, here's what I do, here are my tricks, learn my tricks. I think I'm looking forward to more talking about playing with people and interacting with people. And hopefully some of the questions, instead of just being, how did you do that? Maybe someone will ask, why did you do that? What happened there? Like when 2 people made eye contact and then something happened without any discussion. How does that stuff work? Because we've got more than a couple of hours to play with, I think we can have some fun exploring that side of it. And that's all from me.
I would agree with all of you guys, and it is about the inspiration, and it will be a great week where we'll be part of it. We'll be caught up in it. We'll whip it up. We'll do everything we can to make it the most exciting, inspirational camp we can, and with like-minded freaks and weirdos, whatever you want to call us. All right, guys. You guys have things to do. Go do them. Be awesome wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Thanks all.
My computer is sitting on top of what the tag says, a 1959 Fender Champ. But I'm going to turn the volume off now, which means that symbolically we're coming to an end.
Cheers.
Rock and roll, peace.
See you later.
Splendid.
See ya.